We talked about Golden State, which was the victim of the Lakers last night. LA beat them 124-111 in Los Angeles. Warriors didn't have Steph Curry, didn't have Andrew Wiggins, and they're one of the worst teams in the league on the road. So no surprise that the Lakers had their way with them. But the Lakers, Rob, a new Lakers team. They added some shooting in the person of Malik Beasley, who's long and athletic and can score and shoot. D'Angelo Russell's back with the Lakers. He had a little sprained ankle last night after about 9 minutes, but it's nothing too serious. But he can shoot. Jared Vanderbilt is a defender. Before that, they added Rui Hachimura, who can shoot and is long. They've made their team better. Mo Bamba, long 7-footer, who's got a little bit of bounce, nice little backup center. So they're definitely, I think, a better team than they were before the deadline. They got some people to climb, but they're working their way toward the play-in. Rob, they've won 3 of their last 4 and 2 straight with their whole squad kind of together with LeBron and AD with the new pieces. What do you think? Do you think the Lakers look good? Were you impressed last night?
No, I was not impressed. And I haven't been impressed by the 2 wins. And that doesn't mean that I'm poo-pooing that like they were supposed to win those games against the Pelicans with no Zion. And these are both home games. And the Warriors, who are just a horrible road team and have been, Chris, all year. No Steph, no Wiggins. So they got the job done, and they did what they're supposed to. But it didn't change my mind or make me think, oh, my God, they got it. I just want to see more of them, see them beat some other teams before I'm looking at them honestly and thinking that they have something going. And you gotta play who's in front of you. I get that. But I don't think I've seen a win that really changed my mind or determined, like, oh, yeah, this team, all they got to do is get in the playing game and they're going to the Western Conference Finals. I don't.
Well,
I don't feel
know if
that
anybody's ready to say that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I think you said you don't think. Do you think? Did you pick them not to make the play-in?
I picked them to before the season. I don't remember what.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm just saying recently with the new addition. Maybe you didn't make a pick.
Yeah, well, I don't think we made a pick. I think I originally thought that they would make the play-in. You know what I mean? Like, not
I think
not be as bad as they were.
Play-in.
Yeah. So are you convinced now? You think that they got it righted now and everything is
well?
copacetic?
I mean, I'm not going all the way to the Western Conference Finals, but I'm not going. I think their last 2 wins have been good, and here's why. And you mentioned, they beat up on undermanned, overmatched teams in New Orleans and Golden State, but here's the thing: they did what you should do to an undermanned, overmatched team. They beat them comfortably. They led New Orleans from beginning to end, from start to finish. And they essentially did that with Golden State. They were in command the whole way. Didn't blow them out by 30, but they were up big early in the 4th. LeBron came out. His night was over. They had control of that game, and they beat them handily. It wasn't like they edged them. Look, any win in the NBA is a good win. But it wasn't like they edged them. It wasn't like they struggled. They beat them good, the way a good team should beat a bad team. So I do give them credit for these wins, and especially last night when LeBron James and Anthony Davis didn't score much. LeBron, I don't want to say he didn't play well. He had 9 rebounds, 8 assists, but he shot 5 for 20. 5 for 20. LeBron scored 13 points. It was the first time in, I want to say, a few hundred games he hadn't, I don't know about that, a few hundred. I don't know. But he broke his streak. Let's put it that way, for 20-point games. I think it might have been 37 or something like that. But anyway, it was a streak he had for scoring in 20 or more points. Anthony Davis, Rob, I mean, it was another, he only took 5 shots. LeBron took 20. He took 5. He had 12 points and 12 rebounds, AD, and 2 blocks. But my point was, without those two doing much offensively in terms of scoring, the Lakers still rolled, put up 124 points. Malik Beasley scored 25. Hachimura hit 14.
But that tells you how
Schroeder,
bad the
13.
Warriors were that LeBron and them didn't even have to play in order to beat them like they did.
I think it tells you that you got other guys now that can score a little bit too.
It tells you how bad that it tells me how bad Golden State was. And I'm not saying that those other guys can't play, but for LeBron to shoot 5 for 20 and you get blown out, that doesn't happen. I would have to look and have somebody from the Elias Sports Bureau show me where LeBron shoots 5 for 20 and his team blows out another team.
They had 7 other scorers but outside of LeBron and AD in double figures. And like I said, I'm not hung up on their point. Right now, the Golden State Warriors are in the playoffs or the play-in. So they beat a play-in team. So is New Orleans. And if you want to talk about there's some bad teams in the league, fine. But the bottom line is those are 2 of the teams they're chasing.
But Chris, the only issue with that is they're not at full strength. Yes, and when they put themselves together to be in that position, they had Steph or they had Zion.
Steph missed more than 20
Yeah,
games.
but they still before.
So is Zion and so is Wiggins.
Yeah, but those guys are a part of why they're where they are because when
they
those
missed
guys
20-something games.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that didn't.
You act like that's not 5.
20 out of 60? What do you mean?
Yeah, that's a lot of games.
But that still means when they played, they were able to get those guys in position. That's all.
Well, of course, they're better with those players.
That's all I'm saying.
My point is that they beaten a lot of teams without those players, too.
Yeah,
the Lakers are a 13th seed. You're talking about them like they're a conference stalwart. They're not. They're a 13th seed. They beat 2 teams ahead of them in the standings.
Right. Undermanned.
I'm not saying it's, like I said, I'm not saying they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals. What I'm saying is those were good wins because of the way they did them.
And I say they weren't good wins because those teams were undermanned.
They didn't struggle. I mean, so anytime you beat an injured team, it's not a good win?
No, but when you're looking at a team that has struggled all year, even when AD and
it's a new
and
team,
they've all
Rob.
played. Yeah, but I get that.
I want you to analyze the new team.
I get that, Chris, but I can't analyze it because they haven't played anybody good yet. That's why I can't
analyze. But you know what the guys bring.
I can't analyze it until I see.
What do you think about the addition of Malik?
Nice. I like it, but I want to see them beat a good team first, and then I could really say.
So if they play a good team and lose, that means they're garbage?
No,
nothing's changed?
No, but it will tell me something. I just want to see better competition, that's all. If you look at it, and you can look at those 2 teams and say, oh, this team's 100% better, and they're going to make a run in the playoff, that's fine. I can't do that. I just can't do that. Because it does matter who you beat.
What you can do is talk about what you think D'Angelo Russell will bring. What you think Malik, why not?
I can't. I need to see them against better competition.
But you know how those guys play, and you know how LeBron and AD play.
It doesn't
really?
matter. No,
how
it doesn't.
Does it not matter?
Because if you had LeBron and AD, how would they have a record under 500 when those 2 guys played?
Because in large part, I'm not taking any responsibility off LeBron and AD, but I'm saying in large part, as we've said the whole time, as we said when the rumors came out that they were going to get Russell Westbrook, the other pieces didn't fit. And now they have pieces that fit better.
How many pieces do LeBron and AD need to win regular season games?
Well, LeBron's always needed shooters.
All right,
since the NBA went to shooting a lot of
I
three-pointers,
look at the changes. Do I think the team is better? Yes. Do I think the team is making a run in the playoffs? No. That's all I can tell you. That's what I have off of 2 games. That's it.
I mean, again, I'm not asking you to say they're going to win the West. I'm not saying they're going to win the West. What I'm saying is they look better. I think those are good wins. Any win when you're the 13th seed and you're trying to get in the play-in is a good win. And especially when you lead from beginning to end and you win comfortably. I mean, they didn't struggle with these teams. They beat them handily. And last night they did it without their 2 main offensive players scoring the ball. So I think that's impressive. What I will say is this. If they're healthy, and I think they'll make the play-in. If they get through the play-in, I don't think anybody in the top seeds would want to see them in the first round. Denver, listen to the top seeds, Rob. Denver, Memphis is having all sorts of problems, and Sacramento. If the Lakers get through the play-in, that means they're playing well because they have to play well to get in the play-in, and then they have to play well to get through the play-in. And if they've got something going, they got some momentum, and they meet Sacramento in the first round, or it would maybe Memphis with all of their issues. That would be interesting. That's all I'm saying.